Welcome to another adventure of Gustavo's world, and today we are in the enigmatic town of Salem, Massachusetts. We're gonna see all these ghost appearances, all these phenomena, all these psychic things, everything that happens here. We're gonna tell you each one of them and why and how they happen. The video is about to start. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There we go! In the building that we just saw, the first church, there used to be shops in the 1800s, and there used to be a church in the second story, and there is a ghost with a blue dress that appears all the time in the lower level. Seems that that lady was raped and killed by her boss, and she just comes because she wants out. Then in the other corner, we get to see that bookstore, and in that bookstore, there is another ghost that has like a gray smoky appearance. And here behind me we have the Old Town Hall, and this is where the movie Hocus Pocus was filmed. And this building right here, that is now the offices. So it used to be the first jail for the whole thing, where people were trial for whatever, but especially for witch hunting, or especially for being a witch. So the way it worked is that you have to play guilty or not guilty, and then they will strip from all your personal properties, and also they will put you to jail, and you waited till you were executed. Behind me we have the famous Clue Mansion, and then we have also this house. So there's a captain called Captain White, and he was hated by everyone. And this captain had a niece. She was 40 years old. And the story goes that you get to see his ghost through his bedroom window, which is on the other side. And the way he was murdered with, they destroyed half of his face, and they stabbed him 13 times. So the person that married his niece wanted all his fortune, and he couldn't kill himself, so he hired the people next door, so they killed him. So what happens next is that they got so drunk after that they went to a local pub and they confessed everything, so they were quickly executed. So the guy called Alan Poe, the one that, the mystery guy, so he was so fascinated by this that he came here to see the trial. And then that's how the Parker brothers were the jail that we show you was across the street. They created the Clue game inspired on this mansion. The only man that wasn't hung, he was pressed to death. His name was Giles Corey, and he put a and he put a curse on the sheriff of the town because he was pressed to death. He wasn't hung, and it was pretty horrific. So basically, every sheriff until not long ago died of a heart attack, of a horrible heart complication. Also, the sheriff that tortured him, he was 25 years old, and he died of a massive heart attack. So that was well deserved, I guess. And the reason why he was executed, it was because they wanted to strip him of all his properties and territory on land that he owned.
And here we are at the Satanic Temple. Let's check what they have here. Come with me.
Behind me, we have Roger Conant, the first settler of Salem, Massachusetts. Here's the Salem Witch Museum. Let's get in and see what's inside. Woo! Bridget Bishop was the first woman that was hung in the trials here. And one of the reasons why they hung her is because she was very independent and she had a mind of her own. What she does, she's always in white, wearing a white dress. And she is accused of stealing the silverware from all the guests that come to this restaurant to eat. And the staff is trained to replenish the silverware without the guests noticing. So we can find out more about Bridget Bishop.
You could imagine trees all around this walkway. A little wooden house right here where these bricks are, that would be the house of Miss Bridget. This is where she lived. She was the first person to be convicted for witchcraft. After they took away all her stuff and she was hung with her 3 dogs, which is really horrible. And the hangings were very painful and they were not instant. They took a few days to take effect because the strangulation was very little by little. This place was torn down and then this little brick house was erected, And many years later, Mr. Graham Bell had the first phone call from Salem, Massachusetts to Cambridge, here in Massachusetts. So that was the first long distance phone call. I couldn't resist and I had to come to the restaurant, which is located at the same place at the house of the lady, the first lady that was convicted for witchcrafting. So Bridget, I forgot her last name, so she lived here, and it's kind of creepy, but the food is delicious.
Salem is indeed a super interesting place. I didn't know that the place was so haunted, and I didn't know that we have so much paranormal activity and poltergeist and all these things. But here we are. You know, as I walk through the city, there are some places that are creepier than others, and there are some places that are more peaceful, but there is an eerie feeling to some of the buildings, especially when you know what happens after. It's just really clear why.
And just like that, we finished our tour in Salem, Massachusetts, with the enigmatic statue of, Big Witch. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, comment all you want, and I see you in another adventure of Star Wars World.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. That's clicking on the little bell. Comment all you want. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like.
Don't forget to subscribe to grow the community.
And also, don't forget to follow our social media. And if you want to go ahead and share this video in all your platforms, share the love. Till next time!
Bye.